What is going on, guys? In this video, I'll be taking a look at the Forsberg Racing Gold Leader Z, which this thing looks absolutely insane. Now, we do have a good amount of these Zs in this game, but if you guys do want to get this car, you'll have to get the Motor Pass and basically just hit level 1. Besides that, all you have to do is pretty much jump into it after that and test this thing out. Now, I do have to admit one thing. I'm really loving the body kit on this vehicle. It does look insane, but with that, if you might have been wondering, there's no customization that can be done to the vehicle, which obviously does make sense. I mean, look at that. What else would you actually want to do to this vehicle? Chris Forsberg made this thing look insane. I love this car so much. Hopefully it'll be pretty good performance wise, but even worst case, I'll just take this thing on a nice cruise and I'll just mess around with it a little bit instead of actually racing it because I love the body kit. But besides that, let's go do an outside look of the new Gold Leader Z. Then I want to take this thing on a top speed run to see what it can actually get to. We definitely have to take this car into a short street race as well just to see what its performance actually is like. Now, taking an outside look at the new Z here, I think we can all agree this is probably the best looking one in the game. I'm not even going to lie on that. I love the body kit on this thing. It looks amazing. The fitment, loving those rims as well, really fits this car nicely. I kind of like the one that was in the story, but I don't know. I don't think the Under the Stars edition looks nearly as good as this one, but why don't we take a listen? I honestly feel like this will be one of those vehicles that you're just going to want to cruise around in because I really do love how this thing looks overall. Now the question is, do you actually really want to race it and can it really perform in those races? But here's the interior right here, which also has insanely nice detail. Now let's go see what the top speed of the Gold Leader Z actually is. Now we all know the Under the Stars edition did about 247 miles an hour, which was honestly pretty dang impressive for what it was. Let's see if this car will be pretty similar to that. So let's accelerate here. So this might be one of those cars that can be kind of annoying to drive in manual, but I really don't think it'll be too awful bad. I might even try it out in future summits just to mess around with this vehicle a little bit more because I really do love the look of this thing. So going into 5th gear there. Now I'll be running the Nitrochemist set again on this vehicle if you guys might have been wondering. Let's get around this one turn over here. Let's see how this thing will actually turn. Ooh, that was pretty nice. So nice handling so far, first impressions there. Let's get over this hill. Hopefully not run into a car on the way down. So 241 miles an hour is going to be the top speed. So this car is going to be about 6 miles an hour slower than the other one that was in the story, which really doesn't matter too much, honestly. I don't think anyone's going to actually be racing these cars like that. This car, I'd rather just cruise around in it and really just enjoy it for that matter because it just looks amazing. I really do think this is one of the best looking body kits on one of the cars in this game. I mean, it does look amazing. I'm even sitting on top of a pole here, which kind of looks like a selfie stick. I really don't even know how this actually happened. But nonetheless, let's go take this car into the Vegas Strip Special just to see how it actually performs in one of these shorter street races. Now jumping into the race test with the new Gold Leader Z here. Now I'm not going to lie about one thing. I was jumping into this race expecting this vehicle to not be that great. Now the main reason for that is going to be the Under the Stars edition from the story. Now I know that car wasn't all that good either. Sometimes the cars really don't have to have the best performance and all that to be amazing, but I just feel like this car wasn't going to be all that great. Now I'm not going to lie though, I think the handling of this thing is pretty good. Now I normally do run in manual and I do sometimes complain about the 5s and 4 speeds in this game, probably because they could be insanely wonky to use, but I still actually enjoy doing it even though they're hard to shift sometimes. It might make me a little bit slower on some of the races and summits and all that and or some of the events, but I still really enjoy shifting these vehicles and all that even though they're kind of hard to drive. Now even with the performance of this vehicle not being all that great, I would still use it honestly just because I really love the look of this vehicle overall. The body kit looks amazing on it. I love the design of it. Chris really absolutely killed these cars. I absolutely love all of them so much, and the rims on this vehicle look really good as well. Can we please get these in-game Ubisoft? My goodness, we need a rim update. But nonetheless, though, I do recommend trying out this car if you guys do get the Motor Pass because it is honestly still really fun to use. One thing I have been noticing with the Gold Leader Z is this car still seems to have really good handling compared to some of the other street cars I have driven, so that does have that going for it. The speed really isn't bad at all on this vehicle. The biggest part is being in the right gear going around the turns. You can also find yourself losing a lot of speed when coming out of them, but besides that, guys, I'm loving every car in this update so far. Let me know your thoughts on the Gold Leader Z in the comments below, and here are the settings I'm currently running on this vehicle.